Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another makeup tutorial. Today's video is going to be a fall inspired slash pumpkin spice latte eyeliner inspired look. I don't know, but you guys wanted to see fall looks and I was like, say no more, I am here for it. I'm really craving a pumpkin spice latte, so I think that's what I'm gonna go get right after today's video. We are using all drugstore makeup and nothing really new. Like, these are products that you probably have in your collection and that I have in my makeup collection. So with that said, you already know, grab your cafecito and let's jump right into today's video. First things first, let's take a little bit of our eye base. I am using my Dominique Cosmetics. Feel free to use something a little more affordable. Honestly, this is probably the best one that it's on the more affordable side, even though it's technically not drugstore. But this one's my favorite so far. And even though it looks messy, I am going to bring my primer all the way in, because then when I go in with my foundation, it just looks a little bit off. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just going to bring it pretty much all over. So there we have it. I'm going to use this Morphe palette, but honestly, you can use like totally whatever you have, because I'm sure we have these exact same colors in a million palettes. So I'm going to start off with this light vanilla cream color, and I'm going to set the brow bone. This also works really nicely as an under eye setting powder. For those that have been watching me for a long time, you guys know that I've been on YouTube for well over, actually it's been about 10 years. And I feel like I am at a point in my career where I do my makeup how I want. For a long time, I was struggling with pleasing my viewers. And don't get me wrong, obviously I film what you guys want to see too, but I felt forced to film exactly what you guys wanted to see. And then sometimes the videos would flop and it would just make me upset. I'm going to take some tape. But the point to that is that now I'm just kind of filming whatever makes me happy and whatever I'm feeling at that moment. So like today, I really wanted to create a smoked out wing, super easy, but a little bit fall appropriate. And that's what we're doing, okay? So go ahead and take your tape and measure it and put it out however you want. That was probably a little too long and unnecessary, but okay, so I think I'm gonna do mine like that, and I'm gonna grab more. I'm gonna try to make them as even as possible. I just go underneath the brow, not the brow, sorry, the under eye, like the lash line, and I think that's even. It looks a little crazy, but I promise you it will all come together. Now we're gonna go back into our palette and take a dark brown, like a deep coffee brown color, and we're going to start applying that as an eyeliner. So just grab a skinnier brush, whatever you have, work with what you got. I think I'm going to start with something like this. It's a little fluffy, a little short. The bristles are a little more dense. And I'm going to take Night Spell, again, from this Morphe palette. This is the Solaria palette. And I'm going to start right here. Start at your lash line. This is actually going to match the shirt that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this men's t-shirt. It's like a graphic t-shirt from Target. Don't sleep on them because they're super cute. If you are a graphic t-shirt girl like me, definitely worth checking out. I messed up a little bit there, but no biggie because we can always fix that later. Also, this brown is like perfect for us brown-eyed girls. Even if you have hazel eyes, green eyes, this color just really makes it pop because it almost has like an auburn undertone to it. So it just really brings out the color of your eyes. I'm going to switch to something a little bit small and rounded that will help us just kind of like diffuse the colors. And I'm going to go ahead and take this color up here. It's called Atomic Umber. And I'm just using a slight bit, not too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to help me like sort of blend out that liner. I'm going to grab another palette. This one is the Lottie London Fired Up palette. It has a really pretty like pumpkin-y color. So obviously we're going to integrate a little bit of orange. So I'm going to take a little bit of this color and then just use that to further blend out the two shades that we just laid down. And this just sort of adds a little of that pumpkin spice latte inspired makeup that we're definitely going to see in the upcoming days or weeks, honestly. I'm going to take this gorgeous eye pencil from ColourPop. It's the Brouhaha. I believe it's from a past collection. And it's a cream gel eyeliner that is really pretty and very creamy. It's a dark, dark brown. I'm going to take that and run that through the lash line. It's just going to intensify the eye look and add a little bit more depth. And as we take this off, ooh, she's clean. Okay, fall for me, it's all about like dewy skin, but also glitter in the eyes. I don't know why. So I'm gonna do a little extra something and add a little bit of Ritz from ColourPop. This is like the legend eyeshadow at this point, okay? It is a dupe for, I think, Midnight Cowboy from Urban Decay. It's just the perfect, like, neutral colored, beautiful glitter. Oh, you guys, you need this in your collection if you don't already have it. So I think I'm just going to stamp it like, no, I didn't mean to get it on the eyeliner. It's okay, we can fix that. I'm just gonna stamp it all over the eye. I'm gonna go back into my palette and go into Night Spell again and just kind of set that gel liner. Let's add some lashes. I have some affordable ones here for you guys. We're gonna do some Ioni lashes from the dollar store. I think I want to go with something like this. These are the Fluffy Full Dramatic Doll. They're Ioni High Collection, which are these. I did do a haul if you guys are interested in seeing that, but we're gonna go ahead and pop these girlies on and we're gonna move on to the base because we're definitely going for fresh, dewy, healthy, glowing looking skin. Like that is the perfect transitional skin routine from like spring, fall to, summer to fall. Yes. So for the skin, like I said, I really want something fresh, something dewy, very giving glazed donut. It's glazed donut season, okay? So we're going to use the Lottie London Bubble Tea Primer. This is a hydrating primer. Ay. And as you can see, that is what it looks like when you kind of like squeeze it out. So you can kind of see the little bolitas, but they just kind of melt into the skin. So we're just going to rub that in place. I'm not going to take this into my T-zone area, especially here, because I tend to get very oily. But we're going to bring it down to the neck and just sort of let it sink in. Also, let me know what you guys think of this like little background. I just get tired of the same background over and over again, and I just feel like, I don't know, I should have switched it a long time ago, but I'll probably go back and forth between this background and my other background. This is where I like sit down and I edit all the videos for you guys. So a little POV. Let's add a little bit more glitz, glam, a little bit more dewiness to the skin using the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Makeup Glow. As you can see, I use this quite a bit, and the fall time is the perfect time for this sort of product. So I'm just going to take this all over, and then I'm going to take a little bit of my e.l.f. Putty Primer for my oily skin girls with large pores. We can still wear dewy makeup. We just gotta, you know, make our own little concoction. So I'm just going to take that right here, literally just right here. And just like that, our pores are gone, okay? Gone. I'm gonna take a brush and just blend that Maybelline Glowy Primer. And this is kind of a dupe for like the Charlotte Tilbury and the e.l.f., which e.l.f. just released a bunch of new shades from their Halo Glow. I think I'm gonna pick up a new shade because honestly the reason why I don't use mine, it is a little too oily for me, but I can work with it if I apply it in the areas where I don't get as greasy, especially now that it's transitioning to fall. Like my skin tends to be a little more dry, which it is dry right now, so I can get away with a little dewiness. During the summer, no, I can't do it. So I'm definitely going to pick up a new shade. Let me know if you guys are going to as well. And let me know what shade you guys are going to get, because I know some of you are my foundation twins. Sticking with the whole dewy, fresh face, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. This is hands down the best skin tint in the world. I haven't tried them all, but this one is just top notch. So I'm just going to use a brush to blend it in. The reason why I love to mix these two is because this one gives you a little bit of coverage. It just kind of like evens out the skin. And then when you go in with a skin tint, you really don't need them a lot because your skin is kind of like perfected a little, if that makes sense. And then whatever's left on my brush, I am going to take it right here, like on my nose and on like the pore area, just because this foundation can make me a little oily. So the less that I have in this area, the less oily I will get. And I'm going to use a concealer anyway, so I don't really have to worry too much about coverage. Y'all already know the deal. I got to color correct these dark circles that at this point are pretty much here to stay, uninvited, but they're here to stay. And I'm going to use my favorite concealer brush. This is the brightening concealer brush from Real Techniques, also known as the Kitten Paw, I think, something like that. And then for my concealer, I'm going to use this Catrice True Skin Concealer. It is so good. It's medium to buildable, full coverage, and it feels super lightweight on the skin. Even if you apply like a heavy hand like I am, it'll still look really, really pretty. This is in Biscuit, I believe. Neutral Biscuit, which is literally like the perfect shade for me. I go back with my brush and tap this in. I just really like this brush because it doesn't take away from the concealer, and it really allows you to get that nice, thick, full coverage versus a beauty blender. It just kind of like absorbs too much of the product, you know? I have a little bit left over, so I'm just going to run that on the chin to just kind of balance out the face. I'm going to use my putty bronzer from e.l.f. in the shade Golden. And I'm going to use this to create a little bit of warmth on the cheeks. I've really been into cream contouring, obviously, but not going in with like any more bronzers. So whether I go heavy-handed with a powder bronzer or a cream bronzer, but I won't do both anymore. So I'm going to do a little bit of the bronzer on the cheeks right here, and then obviously on the forehead. And then once I set the skin, I don't go back and apply more bronzer. That just, I don't know, it's kind of helped my skin not to look so cakey as well. Because I do have a larger forehead, I do bring my bronzer a little more down, just right in this area. I'm going to use a little bit of this NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint. It almost has like a mauvey undertone. It's called Nude Tude. Do you guys see that? It's really pretty. I'm just going to tap it in. Honestly, I think this is like a super old blush because it's a little thick. It was like a little cakey. So I should probably throw it out soon. But of course, only the best setting powder, the Fit Me. I use the shade 10, which is fair because I really like that bright under eye. But you can totally get away with medium. It's just so finely milled. I don't know. There's just something about this powder that just makes it the best at the drugstore. So there you have it. And look at that. It instantly blurs the skin. I'm going to add a little bit more blush, and I figured this one would go really well. What do you guys think? I was in between this one or this one, but I think this one is a little... Ooh, actually, now that I see it, what do you guys think? This one is a little more mauve. Ooh. I wish you guys could tell me. I think I'm going to go with this one. I hope you guys said this one as well. I'm going to take just a little bit. These are really pigmented by Essence. These are their baked blushes. This one is just so pretty. It's like the perfect fall winter blush. It just makes your cheeks pop. I'll just take it right here. I'm going to take a little bit more. Like, look at that. Look at how much pigment these have. Blush, of course, I do always go extra because, I don't know, blush is one of those things that kind of rubs off first, I feel like. Am I the only one? I'm going to take my Jason Wu palette and I'm going to take that golden champagne shade. And I'm just going to hit the highest points of the cheeks. And then bringing it here, and then I just bring it all around. So you can kind of get like that C-shaped glow all over the skin. And I'm going to grab a little bit more. This is actually a really good palette. This one is a little glittery. But you can always just add it as like a little topping, if you will, to finish off the skin. But it's a little too light for my skin tone. I told you guys I've been really enjoying just adding a liquid highlighter on top. This one is Cheeky by Lottie London. It's the Glow Liquid Highlighter Wand in the shade Champagne Drip. It has a little like sponge applicator, which I'm not a fan of, but I just squeeze it on the back of my hand because look at how messy this gets. And then once I have that, I just kind of like rub it in, and then I will go in and tap it. And this just really gives that glazed donut. Why am I relating food to skin? I don't know. But it just makes your skin look super dewy and like wet, you know? I don't even know where I saw this trick or why I started doing it, but I've been loving it. And again, it's perfect for like the transitional makeup from, I keep saying from fall, from summer to fall. This is a part that you can't skip, okay? Like this has changed the way my skin looks so much. I don't know what's in here. The Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, the new one, that's supercharged with ceramides and antioxidants. Thank you, Morphe, for creating this because literally, oh my gosh, it does something to the skin. Fix my hair off camera, just give it a little extra curl since the curls had died. We're going to line the lips using the NYX Lingerie Push Up in the shade Teddy. These are technically lipsticks, but they work great for both. I'm going to take Milani Pleasure, which is kind of like a pinky color. I don't want the lips to be too dark, but you can also do like a really pretty vampy lip. I just feel like it's gonna clash with my shirt. I do want this to be a little more glossy, so I'm gonna go in with Morphe, the Drip Glass Drenched in Naked Dip. These glosses are so similar to MAC lip gloss. They have that beautiful shine. They don't have too much color, which I like because they don't take away from the lipstick. But then if you want something with more color, they do have other lip glosses. So you guys, this is a full face of drugstore makeup for fall. I don't know, this is like the perfect transitional tutorial to just move all your summer routine makeup into fall. We have a little bit of the dewy skin. It's fresh, it's breathable, not too much, not too little because we don't do natural over here. We have the beautiful eyeliner with a little bit of sparkle. We have the glossy lips. We have the curly hair. Girl, I am feeling myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this pumpkin spice latte eyeliner inspired tutorial, whatever we call it, okay? And yeah, you guys, I think that is it. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below what you think, what videos you want to see next. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.